I don't really need these.
Hello, friends, and welcome to this week's Talk Tuesday. This week, we are having our very special friend Leah back on, and she's going to be discussing another one of her businesses, which I personally am a huge fan of, and that is HomeSewn Photography Props. I'm going to start out by saying that I found her business through TikTok, and I saw these incredible wraps that save you so much time in your workflow because you're not actually having to wrap the baby entirely. You are putting them in a little wrap, then you have this beautiful cover, which Leah is going to show you some wonderful examples, but you put a cover over the top of the baby after they're in their little snug. What do you call the actual thing that we put them in to hold them in place?
So the swaddle device that we sell is called an underwrap. So you can put an underwrap on the baby, or you can just put the tuck wraps over a traditional wrap. So if you have a traditional wrap that you've used for that session, then you want to change the look without changing the baby, like completely unwrapping and rewrapping. You just lay the tuck wraps over, and yeah.
I find myself actually just putting the other wraps over the last one too. It's just so easy. It has made my workflow so wonderful, especially for someone like me who left newborn photography and now I'm just getting back into it as of this year. It has really saved me because like wrapping with traditional wraps is such a tool, and if you don't use it, it gets rusty. So they've been a lifesaver. Before we go any further, let you introduce yourself though, Leah.
Hi, I'm Leah Severson, and as Jillian says, I am a newborn photographer in Indianapolis, and I also own HomeSewn Photography Props. So we are home of the patent pending underwrap and tuck wrap systems. So again, designed to speed up your wrapping process. And it also, there are some wraps like that are harder to do, like crisscross wraps and single knot wraps that new photographers might possibly struggle with. And I know I struggle with them. I've been doing this for 20 years now, and I'm still not a great wrapper, which is why I designed these products. Because I thought if there was an easier way to wrap where I could just kind of cover up the main wrap and do some decorative fun stuff and change it out super fast, that would be fantastic. So that's what underwraps and tuck wraps do.
And you described it perfectly because that's literally on the point. They have made my workflow just so much faster and me be able to keep baby nice and calm and sleeping while I'm quickly changing out the wraps. As Leah mentioned, you can layer them over top of each other or you can completely change them out. Another thing I wanted to mention too is that I struggle a lot with fine motor skill because I have carpal tunnel so bad in my dominant hand. So especially like tying has become quite the challenge for me.
Oh, sure.
And again, another reason why I absolutely love these and have fallen in love with using them because they've just made everything so wonderful. Leah, do you have some that you can show us? Would you prefer to show us on the screen or in person first?
No, I will. I'll go ahead and share my screen here, and I'll start by showing you the underwrap and how that works, and then I'll move on to the tuck wrap. Should I pause to? Sorry.
Once you just switch screens, it'll
okay.
Fix that.
Well, I thought I had this up, of course, right? Let me find it. Sorry.
No worries. I'm so excited for everyone to see these because if you haven't seen them yet, they are life-changing. So
awesome. And we'll start with the underwrap. And this is, so the underwrap is just it's a swaddle that goes around the baby to kind of hold a baby in place. And what it does that no other traditional photographer swaddle does is it holds them in a round position, because it seems like some of them might elongate the baby a little bit. And this one tucks their legs up in a way that their body is just nice and round, and now they're ready to wrap. One thing this doesn't do well, and I always like to tell the good and the bad of my products, but if you have a squirmy, feistermeistery baby who is just mad and squirming, this does not do a good job of this does not lock them down like some of the swaddles do. So they can escape out of that thing. So if you've got a feistermeister, this might not be the thing to use during that particular session. But for the calm babies and where you just want to hold that baby in the nice round position so they're round when you wrap them, the underwraps work perfectly. And now I'll show you how they work with with our other patent pending, well, one of our other patent pending products, which is the tuck wrap. Okay, let me find so this video is speeded up, but that's our boho tuck wrap. So
my favorite.
Everybody's favorite. So I'm putting this just over a traditional wrap. Of course, for me, I've got that under wrap under the traditional wrap because I use it at every session. And so you're just tucking this on top of the baby. And then we have our patented loop, which comes around and holds the whole thing together. And you can see this baby is changing or is sleeping like right through this whole outfit change. And I can work super fast. I actually did a mini session. I book an hour for my, oh gosh, they're mowing the lawn right outside my window. Tuesdays at 1. They are, I had a client show up late for a mini session. I book an hour for my mini session. I usually have them done in 30 minutes because they're wrapped babies only. And I just used 3 different tuck wraps. So I had a very limited amount of time left to do the session when they showed up. Let me just, while I'm telling my story, I'll page through some of the different ones that we have. So I actually got that wrapped mini newborn session done. Well, that's not a tuck wrap. Sorry to confuse. I got a
very cute baby though.
Very cute, right? I got a wrapped newborn mini session done in 17 minutes. I'm not lying. I wish I had set up my phone on a tripod to record the whole thing because I don't think many people who actually know what they're doing would think that you could actually do a newborn. That's not a tuck wrap either. Sorry. And we can do specialty tuck wraps. We have a lot of specialty tuck wraps where we're combining different fabrics. So we can get some looks that you can't get with a traditional look like this. This is one of our top sellers, our Rainbow Hearts one. And you can't do this with actual wraps because there's 2 different fabrics and it's just, you just can't do it. So there are some looks that we can create that can't be created with any other system. But yeah, it totally speeds up. If you don't mind, I'll just show you the 4 main kind of tuck wrap sets. So this is a crisscross tuck wrap set where, again, you see it looks like you've wrapped them in a crisscross wrap and it looks like you know what you're doing, but really it's just that single layer that goes over the top of an under wrap or over the top of a traditional wrap that gives you a crisscross look without, even if you don't know how to master that skill, which I personally, even after 20 years, I don't have the patience to learn it. This is another crisscross wrap in our waffle fabric. This is what we started with, which is a three knot set. It's like we actually call it a 3 bow set. It just has the 3 little bows down the front. And there's one of our specialties. We have a lot of different specialties, and we're actually introducing a bunch of new specialty tuck wraps to our shop here in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out for that. This is just another, again, a specialty wrap. That's a look, again, that you can't achieve with a traditional wrap. This one's super popular, a single knot wrap. And again, it's just a top layer that lays over traditional wrap or over our under wrap swaddle. Fringe wraps are super popular right now. And anyway, we've just got a bunch. That's a lace tuck wrap set. So a bunch of different things that you can do with our tuck wraps.
I want to mention also that I was a little apprehensive if my boy moms were going to like the knot wraps, and they do. They love them.
I never
absolutely love them.
I had that same concern, and I don't get any pushback on that. I did want to illustrate one thing about our sets. If I can find a picture to illustrate that. The outer loops come with lace on one side and no lace on the other. I'm trying to find a picture that illustrates, but
I love that part about it too. It makes it very, very universal.
Yeah. So on the boy one here, the lace is actually hidden underneath the baby. But if this was a girl, I would flip the lace or flip the loop upside down, and you can put a lace edge all the way around here, which would look something like, I guess I should organize my pictures a little bit better. I don't know if I can. I don't see one at this very moment. This one might be. No, I used the bare one on that one, but it's just a little layer of white lace that's around there that just dresses it up a little bit for a girl. Oh, here we go. So this is with the lace side up right here. So you can put the lace side up for the girls, and then you can flip it to lace side down for the boys. And most of our sets come with a tie back and a knotted sleepy cap. So if this was a boy, I'd switch out the tie back for the sleepy hat, take this lace loop, turn it upside down so the edge, the plain edge was showing. So we can turn that from a more feminine looking set into a more masculine looking set.
You've done such a fabulous job with these two because you do have so many creative and beautiful different types of sets. I know like the boho set, as we already talked about that one right away. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yep, I need it. I saw your TikTok one time and I went straight to your website and ordered that. And that was before I even had made like the definitive decision to start doing newborn again.
Oh, wow.
So you had me sold.
Nice.
I'm like, I need it. I'm like, I'm going to use it because it's just so cute. I need to try it.
This is one of our top sellers right here, which is we have rainbow tuck wrap sets in primary colors, pastels, and this is our muted tuck wrap set, which is probably our #1 specialty. After bohos. Bohos are, and the boho ones come in nearly 30 different colors, but this muted rainbow tuck wrap set is another of our top sellers.
I love that one too. You're making me think of like, I'm seeing all the ones. I'm like, I need to go order that one now. Oh, it's a slippery slope, guys. It's a slippery slope. And now you also do sell some other items too. Like, I know that you had recently released the really adorable mattresses.
Yes, I did. Thank you. I didn't have those ready for today, but I can just quick pull
I
up.
surprised you.
That's okay. If I can find them. Yeah, I've got them here. Mattress sets. So we have, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 different styles. You know, they're designed to fit the standard new, not that there's a standard, they're all a little bit different size, but you know, I have 4 different beds and some of, you know, it fits most of them. And if it's a little bit big, I just stuff the corners in, but there's our rainbow pillow, and you can't really see the mattress in that one, but she's just cute as a button. And, you know, we've got the striped one in blue, and there's the rainbow again. Oh, there's the full rainbow, muted rainbow. Love that one. So
that little bed is adorable too.
That's our blue one. Then we have it in grage, which is, I can't figure out if it's gray or beige, so I just called it grage. And then we've got pink, gray, red stripes, some blues, different colors, blues, but you can see we have them in a bunch of different colors, not a bunch, but you know, a handful of colors. So we'll probably be adding more when I get around to it, but that's what we've got right now in our mattresses.
There's so many cute things. Like, I wish that I could just really explain, especially to the newborn photographers out there, how much of a difference this makes in your workflow. Because one thing that I struggle with now, having taken half a decade off of touching a newborn, is that I really struggle to get them asleep now. Again, it's like learning all over again, those little tricks of the trade. And so once I get baby asleep, I really want to keep baby asleep or very calm at least. So that's where I've noticed with the underwrap too, that I think that makes a huge difference in helping get the baby to sleep. Because I've had a couple that I was trying to do different poses with just on like my beanbag poser, and they weren't having it. But the minute I put them in the underwrap, they were like out for the count. So it's been like such a helpful tool.
Yeah, you know, they're so used to being, you know, in the womb, they're all tucked in. Their arms or shoulders are tucked in, and there's pressure on their shoulder, and their legs are curled up tight like that. So it just holds them in that fetal position, which they're so comfortable in. So I could also show you, we have a couple other products that I've got ready to showcase if
please, yes.
Okay, let me get back to my file here. You threw me off my game there. It's okay though. I don't mind at all. So we have something that's called a barrel and loop wrap set, and I'll just roll this video to show you how it works. So it's just 2 pieces. It's like a tube top for the baby, which just slides up the baby's torso. And you can like put it under their arms for one look, or you can tuck their elbows and pull it up around their shoulders for a different look. There's some versatility there that it allows. So I should probably not aggravate that baby too much, but I think she was if I recall correctly, she was not too unhappy with what I was doing.
Their little faces are so funny to watch while we're
I
wrapping
know,
them.
isn't it?
Yes.
So then again, this brings that outer loop in again with this set, and it again just comes around the baby. And then once I get her in the bucket or the basket, we'll just, wedge her legs up. So it gives you that particular wrap look. And again, even if you don't know how to do that wrap look, or how, but you're just not that good at it, you can just throw these two pieces on it. I mean, they're kind of idiot proof, which is exactly what I needed. So
wrapping for dummies.
exactly. And so again, this illustrates the boy and girl look. So our barrel and loop sets come with the lace on the edge as well. So this one, I've used the tie back, and I've turned the outer loop up, or the lace up for the outer loop for the girl. And this one, and I left her arms out just for kicks. And then this is actually the same baby, of course, but this is the boy look where we got the sleepy cap on, and just for something different, I pulled this up over. And then of course we put the lace side down. And you can also use our outer loop, which comes with all of our sets. You can also use those without anything here. So if you just want like a pretty, like a bear baby, but you want to hold them in that nice round position there, you can just put that on the outside. So that's one of our waffle barrel and loops. That one we don't sell anymore. I wish we could, because that fabric was fantastic. And then we have a bunch of florals and different, that's just an ivory.
I find with the barrel and loop too that it's really easy to do like a really adorable pose like this. It seems like all of my newborns just naturally go into this where they want their hands out, similar to that, only both hands.
Right.
And I've been loving that too with the barrel and loop specifically. That seems to be like my go-to now. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I love seeing the little fingers. I don't want to hide them. So
exactly. So this is a great option. And with our underwrap, which is again the swaddle device that goes under everything else, we do have a toes in version and a toes out version. So a lot of people, of course, like to see the toes. So we have an underwrap version that still holds them nice and round, but it allows you to pull the feet through the opening so that you can have bare feet or bare legs. Let me show you another product that we have that it also is patent pending. It's called our Houdini Wrap set, and I'll give you a little explanation before I play the video. I put all my barrel and loop videos in the Houdini categories too, so I got to go back and look those. But the Houdini Wrap, you start with a full wrap. This is what I use when I'm doing, okay, let me just find this real quick. Sorry, I'm not more organized.
Houdini. You have a lot of products to keep track of.
Oh, I have so many products, it's crazy. So here's a Houdini Wrap. So this, when I'm doing family shots or sibling shots and the baby is being handed off from person to person, I'm going to start with a Houdini Wrap, because the system that goes on the outside of this traditional wrap, which in the traditional wrap comes with the set too, but the outer loop and the bow barrel locks it down. So when the baby's being passed around from, mom to dad, or dad to, older siblings or something like that, a lot of times with the traditional wraps, they come unwrapped. But see, this has a barrel. Again, it's like a tube top, and it goes up and around the baby, and it's going to hold that wrap in place. And you don't actually have to use this bow barrel. Sometimes with the boys, I don't use the bow barrel. I'll just come back with this outer loop, which you can see me. It's the same outer loop in all the sets. So you can see me putting that outer loop on, and that thing just locks down that wrap. So you can pass the baby from mom to dad to sibling, and that set is not going to come undone. So you're not going to have to stop and rewrap baby during that portion, which used to just frustrate the heck out of me.
That one really helps those fighters too, the wigglers. It really keeps them
it locks them down
very tightly. It sure
really
does. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, what else can I tell you?
I can't say it enough. I mean it, like, full-heartedly. If you are just breaking in a newborn, or like Leah and I have both said, like, maybe wrapping's just not our forte.
Right?
For me, my carpal tunnel makes it very difficult for me. And it's funny because when I watch other newborn photographers wrap, I always see them using their legs. And I'm like, I have no legs. I'm just over 5 foot. So I really think that that's like part of my problem of why wrapping's difficult for me. So I really say, like, give these a shot because I still cannot get over how much they've helped my workflow and just given me so much variety for my clients without having to disturb the baby. Like, I will layer these right over just one after the other, and I'll just take the tuck off of them and keep layering them, and baby's just happy as can be. I really mean it. Like, you guys have to give these a shot because you're going to be so surprised and pleasantly surprised at that, how much it's going to make a difference on your workflow.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it has totally speeded up my workflow. And plus, it's just given me a better wrap look because, like I said, I wasn't a great wrapper. And so now I look like a great wrapper, even though I'm still, after 20 years, not a super great wrapper. So this is the Boho tuck wrap that you and I were talking about. And this is just one of those looks you can't achieve with a traditional wrap, even if you're a fantastic wrapper. Like it's just, so I'm just kind of paging through things here while we chit chat.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I know that you have such an incredible variety on your website. So I'm going to show, we just got a comment in. Christy had a question. Welcome and thank you for tuning in, Christy. So she's wondering what the name of these are, which I know we've kind of gone through a couple different products. So maybe you can recap for anybody who's just tuning in really quickly, Leah.
Sure. So we have the Underwrap, which is the swaddle layer. It's God help me, I can't find a picture or anything when I'm trying to. The Underwrap is the beige swaddle layer that goes underneath the baby before you put any wrap on the baby. And then the layer that lays over, the decorative layer that lays over either a traditional wrap or over the Underwrap is called a tuck wrap set. Called a tuck wrap, this might help you remember because you really tuck it around the baby, over and around. So you're not wrapping the baby in it. You're laying it over and just tucking it over the shoulders and underneath, and then using that outer loop to kind of smooth it all and hold it into place.
Guys, I'm telling you, especially because we have a few people just tuning in saying that they missed the beginning, I cannot explain to you how much this has helped my workflow. I stopped doing newborn photography 5 years ago, and I just decided, because I primarily shoot maternity, I decided, okay, I'm going to jump back in as of January this year. So I happened to find Leah's business on TikTok, and I immediately placed an order, and I've been ordering since because they have been such an asset to me. After not doing this for 5 years, it has been a challenge for me, especially having carpal tunnel, to wrap my newborns and do that in an efficient time for my session. So this has helped me go from an embarrassing 4-hour session to being able to get it done and I mean, I really go through a lot of different looks and a lot of different props, and I can get it all done within an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that's with really going far into different styles, props, go so on and so forth. If you're just doing a wrapped session, Leah was talking about, you could really achieve that quickly, probably an hour or less. And that's with not being that experienced. So I say go order one, guys. It's so worth it. And Leah, can you tell them your website address so
Yes,
they can go check everything out?
I sure can. I'll pull that up here real quick. And sorry, let's go. Whoops, that's not it. So HomeSewn Photography Props.com. And here we are. So it'll show, we do have, so here you'll find our underwraps. There is a page if you're looking at and you're not really sure what product to buy. There's a link or a page here of how-to videos, and we just walk through like how each set works. So if you're not sure, you're like, oh, I want to use that one where she uses it with the sibling shots so it doesn't come unwrapped. So that's a Houdini Wrap set. But you can always go to the how-to videos page to see videos. And maybe I should roll another one of these for people who are just joining us.
Absolutely.
So I'll show you the Underwrap and tuck wrap combo. Like I mentioned, the tuck wraps can be used over a traditional wrap. You don't need to use the Underwrap. I like to use the underwrap, even if I'm using a traditional wrap, because it holds the baby in that nice round position, which makes it perfect for just for posing and that kind of thing. But let's see. This is Miss Rosalie. She's going night-night. We've got her dressed in an underwrap, which is going to keep her nice and tucked in. So oh, that's ugly. This was just a wrapped movie session. I would have left her sleeper on. All right, I'm going to, oh, there we go. Okay. So this is the tuck wrap, which is the decorative layer that lays over the top. And you just lay it over the baby, and then you take that outer loop and you're just going to put it behind the head there.
It's really this easy, guys. I mean, I'm telling you that after 5 years of not touching a newborn, I was able to quickly jump right back into newborn sessions just because of finding these incredible wraps. Like, I personally have made up a name for them. I call them cheater wraps because
yes,
I'm
we call them cheater wraps. And here's a little video showing the tricks to perfect your technique. First of all, once you put the loop on, whether you're putting it lace side up or lace
Rachel, I assure you they are a time saver. And if for anyone just tuning in, I've said this several times already, but I mean it when I say that the biggest reason these are a time saver for me is that I don't have to undress the baby between different styles. I will keep layering them on top of each other and on top of each other. And it's just that easy. Like, it's been such an easy process for me, especially having that underlayer that you saw Leah first put on the baby before putting the tuck wrap over. It is so simple to use these. I genuinely mean it. You need to go order some because they're life-changing.
As far as you can without it slipping off of her. That outer loop, what I was saying there is rounder instead of oval. If you pull that outer loop as far as you can without it slipping off, that's going to give you a rounder look. Some people forget to stretch the tuck wrap out after it's on the baby. If you don't stretch it, it's going to look wrinkly. But if you pull it tight and then you pull this outer loop down, it'll give you that nice round. And this one shows you how to change the tuck wrap set from a boy to a girl. This baby was not happy with me. And he was actually pooping while we did this. So he grunts and turns red, which looks like he's really aggravated, but he was really pooping. So as you can see, I left his sleeper on because this was a wrapped mini. So sometimes with a wrapped mini, I don't even take whatever mom brings them to the studio in is what stays on them. I just throw the underwrap right over there to hold them round and neutralize the color. And I will just lay the tuck wrap right over. I would put the lace side of the loop up. So we're pretending, right, he's a boy, but we're going to pretend like he's a girl just to show you how to change from a boy to listen to him grunt. It cracks me up. This video, I get so many slams on this because people who aren't photographers watch this and like, why are you being so mean to that baby? And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's taking a poop. Like, that's why he's grunting and turning red. Like, so anyway, I'm going to flip the outer loop over now. Obviously, I didn't stop to prepare to perfect the tuck wrap look on that because I was just illustrating. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, this one, if you don't like the bows down the front, you can just untie them and tuck them behind the baby, beneath the baby. So you can do that too with the 3-bow tuck wrap sets. So this time, since I'm trying to achieve a boy look, and I usually leave the bows tied even for the boys. Moms don't seem to mind it. Dads don't seem to mind it. But this is a way if somebody's like, I don't really like those bows on the baby, you just untie them and tuck them behind. So instead of the tie back, we're going to use the hat. So, and then I'll perfect that. I'll be stretching and tugging a little bit on the loop and the layer before I actually put him in the basket or the bucket. But that's an underwrap, toes in and toes out. And there we go.
It is really that easy, though. I really say go check out her website right now because unfortunately you will be a little overwhelmed, but only because you won't know which one to buy first because they're all so cute and she has such a great amount of different options.
And we do have, for those who are like, I love to wrap, I'm a good wrapper, and blah, blah, blah. We do have traditional wraps on our website, and we have traditional wraps that have boho fringe on them, and we have traditional wraps that have lace edges. And all of our wrap sets, except for our velvet, come with a free matching tie back and sleepy hat. So if you're like just looking to get some things started, you want to like beef up your wrap collection, buy wraps from us, you're going to get the free hat and the tie back with that. So there's that. We have a lot of different printed fabrics that you can page through, and we're always adding to that. We'll be adding soon to that, but we've got florals and some boy designs and things like that, blue stars, black stars. So it's kind of a mess right now. You have to, it's on my list of things to do to clean things up, but it's a never ending. But we do have a lot of different prints. And then we also have a lot of different fabrics. Like we have traditional wraps that are available, I think about 30 different colors. We have this nice lush fabric that can actually be used on either side. It's a reversible fabric. We have our prints. These are our boho fringe traditional wraps that come with the free sleepy hat and tie back. And again, those come in about 30 colors, as do our lace edge wraps. And then we have a lot of waffle colors as well. A lot of people like that waffle texture, so we make sure to stock some of those colors as well. And of course, we're always trying to add more and listen to what people want. So if you have a color preference that you don't see on our website, we're always happy to add to the shop.
This has been so wonderful. I'm so glad to see that there are already photographers in our comments that are very interested in these, because it really is going to save you a lot of time. It's going to help you. And I really think that it's adding like such a polished look to your portfolio, having these images in there that looks like you are such a perfected wrapper, but you're cheating.
Right. No, I just realized that we haven't even talked about the Versa maternity sets. Should we take?
Yes, absolutely.
Take a quick minute. So forgive me, people, while my disorganized self dinks around here to find. I thought I had my ducks in a row, but obviously, so our Versa sets. Well, here, I'll just show you. They're pieces of fabric that you can put on in dozens and dozens of different ways. So and they're one size fits everyone. So instead of buying, different maternity gowns in a bunch of different sizes, you can buy one set and use it on all sizes. And you're able to achieve so many different looks with these. We're also coming out with a little black dress, which should be in the shop here in a couple weeks, where it's the traditional tight little black dress that is that has different top accessories so that you can change them out. So this, there's the shoulder ruffle that we can use.
Another thing that's really nice about this is that I've also been playing with this in my studio, is that I know one of my number one concerns for moms coming in and selecting from my collection is their arms. They are very self-conscious about their arms.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why this is such a great option also, is that if a mom has that particular concern, no problem. Then you could use the top part as a ruffle, and it covers those problem areas for mom and makes her so much more comfortable.
Exactly. And one of the things about that bottom part is that actually doubles as beanbag fabric. So once the baby comes, you can actually just clamp that to your beanbag. I hope I show myself here we go. So you just take it over to your beanbag, and it's a flat piece of fabric. So you just pull it and you pull it, and there you go. You've got beanbag fabric. So if you're going to photograph the baby in the same color, you just come and buy the matching wrap with your Versa. And then mom comes back in, you put that dress on her with the matching wrap to get that newborn shot. And then you can take those wraps or take that bottom portion of the skirt portion of the Versa set, and you bring it over to your beanbag. And now you've got beanbag fabric. So
Absolutely.
I
That's an
will.
awesome way to sell another album after your session, guys, because
I know.
all the images will flow together.
I'm trying to see if I have the video of the little black dress, which is going to just annoy the heck out of me because I'm not going to be able to find it. But it's coming soon, and it's pretty exciting. It's I can't find it, so I'll just put a
I'm
picture.
excited to see it. So
It's I mean, truly, it's just a traditional little black dress, maternity version with some really fun top options and sleeves, removable sleeves, so you can pull the sleeves up and just have them sleeves, or you can have them bare armed. So now I'm kicking myself a little bit. Oh, I know where it is. Hold on a minute. If you guys will.
well, that'll be another great one too, though, because as I was just saying, everybody, not everybody, but so many of my mom clients have such big concerns for their arm in gowns that they are afraid to pick certain dresses based on whether they have sleeves or not. So that the making them so universal is just genius.
Oh, here we go. So now I should have done this a little differently. So I didn't. The little black dress is going to be available in a lot of colors, but basically it's this tube dress, and then the sleeves are an add-on, so you can have the sleeves. This is the bandeau top, but instead of on this one, I just tied it together right here to give it a different look. And this one is untied with sleeves. And then I just added a little piece of lace that I got at Hobby Lobby around as a belt for that, just to accentuate that right there. You can see, and there's so many different
pretty
things you can do with that. And again, a different belt. This one is hard to tell the detail because it's black, but this was actually a ruched top that goes over the dress. And then I added the sleeves in with that. And you can see a little more detail. My next version of it is going to be red, so you can see a bit more of the detail. But the ruched top, you can also bring up over one shoulder if you want and tie it again, just for a different look. This is the halter top option. So it just ties here and up around the neck. This is the halter top, and I've added that piece of fabric trim in from Hobby Lobby again. And this is just, so that dress is going to have a lot of different options as well. So I'm pretty excited about that as well.
And one of our viewers was wondering, she asked, she's like, the little black one, oh my gorgeous, what kind of fabric is that? That is what Rachel is curious about.
It's stretch jersey knit, the same stuff that, your typical beanbag and wrap fabrics are made from.
Which is like very useful because it's so easy to wash it. Because that's one problem that I have run into with my tulle maternity gowns is that when I have to dry clean them, they will charge me bridal gown pricing because there's tulle on them, and that can be very costly. So I appreciate Jersey very, very much. And then we have Shelly asking a question as well. She was wondering if you could please recap the names of those dresses on your site. And yes, Shelly, you can find them on Leah's website. Absolutely.
Yes, they are called Versa maternity sets. They're down here at the bottom under maternity items. If you give me a quick second, I will pull up. Hang on a minute. No. Let me go to our Facebook page, and I think I can get some video of the little black dress. Well, it should be on here. Oh, here we go. This is me with a model, and you can just kind of see it's going to show the actual video here in a second after it pages through some of the different looks. This is not in the shop yet. We're still finalizing and tweaking.
This is really exciting because as somebody who has a very large collection, I think altogether I have with children's gowns as well. I have somewhere between 300 and 400 gowns. And one thing that I think that people underestimate is how much space you need to be able to store that amount of gowns. That's where it's like you want to buy these gowns, but then you have to put them somewhere. So I have to have an additional 800 square feet of studio space just for my collection. So something like this being so diverse and being able to be worn so many different ways is it's so smart because it's going to save you so much space in your client closet.
Right. So the base of the dress is not obviously one size fits all, but all of the accessories are one size fits all. So you buy, you buy your small, medium, and large base, and then you just need to buy one. You can see that I'm pulling those sleeves up. They're, again, the sleeves are separate and not sewn to any part of this. So you can use the sleeves or not use the sleeves, just depending on the look that you're looking for.
James, to answer your question, her business name is HomeSewn Photography Props. I love that you have shown them this video too, Leah, because it's really showing how quickly you're able. Same thing, just with like the newborns, you're going to be able to speed up your workflow so quickly in a maternity session, being able to just quickly change up the gown without them actually having to change. Because anyone that's been pregnant knows that it's not always an easy feat to change.
Exactly. And I'm a lazy photographer. I'll admit it. Like I want these, I want these sessions to go fast, because time is money, and the more time I spend
Time is money
in my session, the less time I can spend on marketing my business, which is, if you've ever heard me talk about marketing, we all know that it's at least, if not more important than the actual photography, because if you're beautiful, you can photograph beautifully, but you don't know how to market, then you got a whole set of problems there. But so I spend more time marketing my business than I do, well, I used to. I don't spend as much marketing now, because Google, now that I'm at the top of Google, it's I don't have to spend that much time marketing. But I don't want to spend a lot of time in my sessions. I want to get my sessions in and get them done and get on with my day. So these have sped up my process as well.
Rachel commented that clients want fast too. They get tired, and I couldn't agree more, especially with new moms. They are tired. They're sore. Tired. We're often doing this just days after they've delivered baby. Well, even when they're still pregnant, though, that far into our pregnancy, our feet hurt. We're swollen. Right. So definitely, you're absolutely right. They want it quick too, and these products are really going to help you be able to deliver that to your client.
Yeah, and this one has the shoulder ruffle too. And this is, again, the stretch jersey knit fabric that can go in the wash. And they'll have, you could buy the matching wrap with them if you want. So if you want to put mom back in a version of this gown when she comes back in for newborn session, then you can kind of keep that continuity going between the look of the maternity and the look. This one, I just had that shoulder ruffle, and I put that little piece. I'm just clipping it on the back with little, I don't know, chip clips or something stupid, but it works. So many different things you can do with just a few scraps of fabric and a little bit of imagination. So trying to make things more economical for photographers, so they don't have to buy a million dresses in a million sizes, but they're not compromising, variety and versatility in their sessions.
Yeah, it's not only is it a time saver, it's a space saver.
Well, that's too, I mean,
huge
right?
Space saver.
We all have just a
Valerie, yes. Oh, I'm so sorry, Leah. I was just going to tell Valerie, she asked if you will be able to rewatch this. And yes, you will be able to come back and watch this soon. Summerana will also be adding this within your membership. So you'll always be able to jump in there and rewatch these. And for any of the videos that Leah has shown us, she does have a how-to video section on her website. So you're able to go right there and check out all of these videos that she's showing us.
Plus, we also have, if you're a YouTube person, I mean, it's a mess over there on my, it's on my list of things to do, right? How long is that list? But we do have a HomeSewn Photography Props. There's some marketing videos in here for you who need to have some help with your marketing. There's a lot. You can click on playlists, and you can watch whatever. If you want to watch Versa maternity gowns, or these are just tips and tricks for newborn photographers. And then if you want to watch more videos on a specific wrap, like the tuck wrap set, you can just click in there and you'll see all of our tuck wrap videos. So some of them are speeded up because, and again, this baby is taking a poop while I'm changing the wrap, which is why he's turning red. But you can see a bunch of different videos. Some of them are speeded up because we've shared them on Instagram, and some of them are regular speed where you can hear me kind of walking you through how to use the sets. So we've got a lot of videos in here, as you can see. So if you want to see more, you can just hop on over. That's where you're going to see the most stuff, is here on our on our YouTube channel. So you'll see all the different products and all the different, I don't even know what I have in here. It's, but we got a lot of stuff in here. There's one.
No, I actually have gone to that several times when I first started using the product, and I just wanted to make sure that I was doing everything correctly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did. I jumped right onto your YouTube and checked them out, and it made it very easy for me to quickly figure out how to use the products correctly.
This is just a bunch of specialty girl tuck wraps that we have. And you can see how easy it is to change the baby. I mean, she's not even blinking in between these things. Like I'm just, boom. She's got her sleeper that she came to the studio. She's got that on underneath. And, if I'm going to pull the hands out or the arms out, then obviously I'm going to take off the romper. But, sometimes like I know I'm not going to pull the hands out. So that's the girl look. And you're going to see I'm going to flip that loop upside down. And instead of the tie back, I'm going to put the hat on so we can change easily from a boy look to a girl look with just one set. We're not buying a separate set, so we can use them. Again, they're just it just gives you a little more variety. So anyway, this is just gonna. You can ask me questions. I'll just let these roll through. Now he was a little bit mad at me. I'm not gonna lie, but this is gonna roll through a bunch of our boy specialty tuck wrap sets. But the underwrap can be used with traditional wraps over it. Again, it just holds them in that nice round position. So the underwrap is the swaddle device. That's what we call it, the underwrap. And then the tuck wrap is the decorative set that goes over the underwrap or over a traditional newborn wrap.
Absolutely. So we are just over 45 minutes now. So if you guys do have any questions for Leah about any of these time-saving products that we have showed you today, please do feel free to drop your questions in the comments. We're going to be going for just a few more minutes. And Leah, do you have anything else that you would like to share with our viewers before we end our live today?
Hey, if you want, I suppose I could tell you if you need marketing help. I have a lot of I teach search engine optimization and Google My Business optimization to photographers. So if you're kind of stuck in your business where you're tired of constantly posting posts that no one sees on social media, and you need to get to the top of Google and you don't know how to do it, reach out to me. I can help you out. I teach group classes. I do one-on-one SEO training for photographers. So I can take you to that website if you want to learn more. It's leahseverson.com. And my website, of course, is under construction right now, but you can find some stuff on here, and you can find some information under the raves about feedback from people who have learned SEO from me, or have seen me speak on SEO at workshops and things like that, photography conferences. So if you need some help with your Google My Business optimization and your SEO, or you're like, I don't even know what she's talking about, but basically they're how to get to the top of Google. So if you need some help with getting to the top of Google, just go visit my website. And it's leahseverson.com, and you can dink around there and you can see how I can help you.
Thank you. And guys, if you missed our live with Leah a few weeks ago going over the Google stuff that she has mentioned, definitely go back onto our page and check out that talk because it was so insightful. I learned so much stuff myself, which I did go back, Leah. You'll be proud of me and start working on that. So it was very, very insightful. Before we do sign off, we did have one question. Rachel was wondering if you have any pics of the peek-through version.
Oh, yeah, I can show that. Oh, I should tell you too. So we have, let me, before I do that, we have a new tuck wrap set. It's actually free right now through Thursday. Hang on a minute. Let me find it. It's our Patriots tuck wrap set in time for the 4th of July. Wish I could make that bigger. There we go. So it's obviously it's a red, white, and blue tuck wrap set. And if you place an order from now through Thursday at midnight at HomeSewn Photography Props, you will get this set for free, which comes with the sleepy hat and the coordinating tie back, plus the tuck wrap layer and the outer loop. So all you have to do is check out with at least $100 worth of product in your shopping cart. And there's no coupon code needed or anything like that. If it's an order for $100 or more, now through Thursday, we're automatically going to add this to your order when we ship it. So let me get quick back over to
That one's adorable too. That's going to be great for all those July babies.
yeah, right. I'm super excited to use it. Let me find my under wraps. Sorry, it's a mess in here. And let's go here. I hear a little baby grunting. Somebody's got a baby close by. So this is the toes out under wrap. So the under wraps are available in beige and cocoa. So that's the toes in, where we're just going to keep them, keep those toes tucked away. But this is a toes out, which you can see it still holds them roundly. It hugs their bottom to keep those legs tucked up high, but it allows you to pull the feet or the whole legs through for, you know, a different kind of look. I'll use this with my barrel and loop wrap set a lot. And you'll see if you go to our website, we do have a combo pack where you can get both the toes in and the toes out. Where is it? Combo. For $69, you'll get one. Oh, that's the under wrap combo. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's under wrap combo. And why does that say? Well, now my own site is confusing me. Under wrap. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. It looks like there needs to be an update. But we also have a tuck wrap starter kit if you're interested in getting started with tuck wraps. This gives you the toes in under wrap, the toes out under wrap, and then it gives you tuck wraps in ivory, baby blue, and blush. So it's just a basic starter set that gives you 3 tuck wrap sets and the 2 under wraps. And it's highly discounted over purchasing them individually. But there you go.
That's a huge value too, guys, because you're going to fall in love with these like I did. But you're going to want them all.
Thank you. Are there any other questions?
Nope, I think that was the only question we had in. But Leah, I want to thank you so much for joining us again today and sharing your fabulous products. I hope that we have helped some photographers out there today, because I know that as soon as I found these, I fell in love with them, and they've really helped my process so much. So I hope that all of the viewers who were interested in purchasing products have an alike experience with them as well.
Perfect. Well, if you guys have any questions, you can, of course, reach out to me through the contact button of our website. I'm always happy to help if you've got any questions. But thank you so much for having me today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Leah will actually be back on soon, and we'll be talking about some more fun stuff on the business side of photography. So stay tuned for those upcoming dates. And Leah, thank you so much once again. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next Tuesday. Take care, guys.
Thank you.